one. All he always say to you is, you see, there's no money, you see, take it easy, I'm going to try and do something. The next year he does nothing, the next 2 years he does nothing. Listen to me, don't get me wrong, financially unstable, and because of that they are finding it difficult to commit. But let me tell you how you will know a man that such plans. Now, thank God we are back. Glory be to God. How will you know that the man has such plans for you, or have such plan in his heart? Number one, does he always any marriage? Even when both of you are together dating, he does not speak about marriage. He does not speak to his mother. You are the one you are the one that is even speaking it into his ears, that hey, I like to meet your mother. How is your mother like? You are the one asking him about his sister, about his brother, about things, about asking him things about himself. He has never one day opened his mouth to really explain his family line, to really get to introduce you to his family. Listen to me, if you are in such a relationship, run away. If you are in such a relationship, run away. I repeat it again. If you are in such a relationship, run away. It shows that that man is only using you. At the end of the day, after using you, you will go and get a sweet 16 and get married to her, and at the end of the day you'll be the one crying. It is better to disengage an unhealthy relationship on time before it gets disastrous, because when it gets to a point that you are past some certain age, you can't go back. You are past some certain age, you can't begin to search for another, you can't begin to wait for another man to look for you. You are past some certain age, it becomes disastrous, because at that point in time you become desperate. At that point in time, to terminate such a relationship become difficult. That is why you find some ladies in a relationship 11 years, 15 years. Listen to me, you might be shouting, how can a lady be in a relationship for 15 years? I've seen where a lady is in a relationship for more than 11 years, 12 years, 13 years, 14 years, 10 years, 9 years, more than that. Listen to me, that is bondage. That is not a relationship. That is bondage. That is not a friendship. That is bondage. You need to break free from it. Listen to me, write to me, send me a message, call me. I need to pray with you. I need to break that relationship. That's why you find out that those kind of ladies, they find it difficult to leave, because they have invested, they have spent time, they have really put in their all into making that relationship work, but yet the man is not committing because he's not straight and honest with that relationship. Listen to me, some men could be dating you, but dating like 5 other girls out there, and they are confused which one to choose from. That's the truth. Some men could be dating you, and yet they have a side chick you don't even know, and you may not even get to find out if Jesus come. They may just be rocking life with that one and just put you there one side for you to just be wasting your time and wasting your age and eating up your destiny. And at the end of the day, when they are through with you, they will now speak to your ears that, see, I don't think I can go on with this relationship. The earlier you break such a relationship, unhealthy relationship, the better for you. If you are in a relationship for more than 5 years, you need to sit that man down and say, come honey, this is not going to work today. Sit down, let's discuss. What is your plan for me regarding this relationship? What is your plan the next 6 months? What are we talking about marriage here, or we are just talking about boyfriend, girlfriend, talking about just sleeping with each other, coming to your house to cook for you, to eat with to wash your clothes? And listen to me, I want to say this. Ladies ladies that your man has not put a ring in your finger, yet you are opening your laps free of charge every day he wants to do it. He calls you on the phone and you start running to his house. You will bring food stuff from your house, from the market, and you bring for him to cook. You will cook for him, you will wash his clothes, you will perform all the duties of a wife, and yet he will sleep with you. And yet he's not talking about marriage. Listen to me, you need to get your head examined. How can a man have not put a ring on your finger, be sleeping with you for free, wasting and using everything about you that you are supposed to keep only for your husband? Then you need to be checked. I need to help some people. Listen to me, I'm a prophet, so I need to say it as it is. I don't need to begin to sugarcoat anything. I don't need to begin to mimic and sugarcoat and say, well, this is okay and this is not okay. Listen to me, it's not okay if it is not okay. It is okay if it is okay. I'm a prophet. I speak the mind of God directly, so I don't have time to bend or cut corners. And that is why when I prophesy, I don't prophesy. And when I prophesy, I don't add to it. I tell you what God is saying. You better take it or you leave it. If you take it, you see result. If you decide to leave it, well, it's up to you. I must tell you the way it is. You are into a relationship, the man is not speaking anything about marriage, and you are going to his house for free, opening your legs for him to enter and come out. And legs, you will bring food to come and cook for him, wash his clothes every day, performing the duty of a wife, and yet there is nothing to show. Listen to me, you better run. You better run. You better run. Don't get me confused. There is nothing wrong with a lady in a relationship helping a man out, helping his man out. There is nothing wrong with a lady in a relationship trying to care about his man, or trying to care about her man, or trying to care about the welfare of her man. But there is everything wrong when a man has not put a ring in your finger and you are opening your legs like a dog, you are opening your legs like a goat. Every time he wants to do it, he will call you on the phone and you must be there. You will run from where you are. In fact, there are some ladies, they get excited when they receive such phone calls. Today is today. My man is calling me. Today I'm going to spend time with him. I'm going to give him the best, because I know when I satisfy him, he will be convinced to marry me. Listen to me. That is where you're getting it. That is where you are getting it wrong. Men don't get convinced by such things. It is not such things that convince men. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Don't get the wrong advice. So many ladies have gotten the wrong advice from wrong friends, from friends that are going the same direction, from friends that are going to hell, whose destinies have been wasted. So they are looking for their fellow friends to give wrong advice so they can waste their destiny also. You have to stand for what is right. You have to stand for what is right. If you want a man to marry you, you have to respect yourself. You as a lady, you have to respect yourself. Carry yourself like a queen. If you don't carry yourself like a queen, he will treat you like a rag. If you don't carry yourself like a princess, he will treat you like a goat. If you always, all the time, he calls you, come, I'm in the mood, come to my house, and you are running down always, he will use you and dump you. Because at the end of the day, there are some men, what they are looking for is satisfaction. They just want to score goals. They just want to use this one and dump, and go and score another one and dump, and score another one and dump. They will use you for their... When they are seated together as guys, they'll see, they will begin to narrate you and begin to break you down before their fellow men and say, you see that girl, she's useless. I've used her, I've dumped her. Now she thinks he wants to marry what? Marry what? Man, they will use you for public discussion. You better be wise. No ring on the finger, no marriage. No ring on the finger, no sexual activity. The Bible said, flee from every appearances of evil. Thou shalt not fornicate, thou shalt not commit adultery, and you want God to intervene in your marital life. You want God to settle your relationship, and every time you are in the bed of sin, you are committing yourself more to the devil, and you are praying to God to rescue you, and you by your own hands you are committing yourself more to the devil. How can it work? You have to say no. Listen to me. Men love ladies of integrity. Men are looking for ladies. Listen to me. Don't be afraid of telling your man that, see, hey, no ring, no sex, no ring, no playing around, no ring, no doing those things. He will respect you for that. He will respect you for who you are. Where many ladies get it wrong, they get confused, they get afraid. Say, oh, if I don't give him now, maybe another lady. There are millions of ladies out there that will give him. Let them give him. You are special. Listen to me. Don't treat yourself. Don't take yourself like a goat or a dog. You are not a goat. You are not a dog. If there are 1 million dogs out there that wish to give him for free, let them go ahead and give him. Listen to me. A man that will not wait to have you alone as a wife, such a man is not worth marrying. It's not by force. Listen to me. It's not by force. Open your eyes to and look properly. Don't be blind. They say love is blind, but marriage is not. Marriage is open eye. Open your eye. Open your eye. Because if you do blind marriage, you enter into a blind marriage, you will live to regret all the days of your life. I want to help somebody. I'm a prophet. We handle cases every day. We handle cases every day. And I got to tell some people the truth so that I can help their destiny. So I can help their destiny. Listen to me. Listen to me. If you're watching right now, you got to be sharing this broadcast. You have to be sharing it on your profile. You have to be sharing it. Let people hear. Let it help somebody. Let it help somebody. Let it break somebody out of the chain. Let it break somebody out of that wrong relationship, out of that unhealthy relationship. Let it break some people out. Listen to me. Listen to me. Another mistake that some ladies make is this: they date a guy based on what he has, date a guy based on his flash, based on his kind of ride. He's driving on a Mercedes. He's driving one of the best cars in town. He has money to spray around, so they begin to date him, thinking that his husband material is not written on the head. There is nobody that has inscription. Husband material is not written on the head. The husband material, having Mercedes. Listen to me. What gets many rich guys already have serious girlfriends that they have been with for a very long time, that have been struggling with them and hustling with them, trying to help them to make it. So now that they are made, what they want to do is just to sample around, just to score goals, just to use you and dump you, and then go back to that serious girlfriend in the village, or that serious girlfriend at in their mother's house, or that serious girlfriend that they kept somewhere, and get married to them. What stop you as a lady getting when a man comes to you? Because the Bible says, he that findeth a wife. So it is not you finding the man. You have to be patient and prayerful. And a man, the man that God have destined for your life, will look for you. There is nothing wrong with you humbling yourself to accept the man that God will bring your way, and struggle with him, and plan life with him, and walk with him, and advise him, and encourage him, and help him to reduce his spending, and help him to manage his time, manage his money, manage his resources, so that you too can build a healthy home. Most ladies, they just want already made man, the man that is already made. He already has a car. Many ladies, if you ask them, who is your dream man, who is the kind of, what is the kind of man you want to get married to, they will tell you, well, he must have a car, he must have a house, he must not have any mother-in-law, he must not have mother anymore, because I don't want anybody to come and cause unnecessary commotion in my marriage. He must have cash. so that I can be able to take care of me. I can't suffer. You see these nails on my hands. I can't. No. I have to maintain the nails. You see my hair. My hair, I have to maintain it. I don't need a man that will come and be suffering, treating me like rag. Listen to me. Most men that are already made, they have somebody serious somewhere. They are not coming to look for you, they are coming to waste you. They have somebody serious somewhere that was with them, struggling with them. You go and struggle with your own. Go and plan life with your own. Go and humble yourself and plan life and struggle with that man to build that man. Listen to me, no man is useless. It all depends on the kind of woman that is by his side. It all depends on the kind of woman by his side. You as a woman, that is why God says, let's make a helper, a helpmate, a helper. He knows that man has limitations. There are some certain areas that the man may not be good at. He said, let's make a helper. Even when your man is not walking in the right direction, you can help him to walk in the right direction. Even when your man is squandering money, wasting money, you can help him to arrange his expenditure. Even when the man does not have focus, he does not know what to do with the resources. You as the woman, that's where you call me, honey. This money we are wasting for nightclubs every day. This money we are wasting to drink. This money that we are wasting to eat pepper soup and goat head every weekend. Let's begin to save it. Let's make a plan how we can buy a land within the next 6 months, within the next 1 year. Let's buy a land. Let's begin to plan life. Let's begin to plan for our kids. Let's begin to put some money aside for our marriage. Let's begin to plan how our marriage is going to be. Let's begin to plan, put money aside that when we get married and have kids, so that we don't just fall into debt, so that you can begin to plan life with your man. Instead of looking for an already made man, at the end of the day, your destiny is wasted. And that's why you see so many ladies, 40 years, 50 years, they are not married. They are still looking for that already made. And all they get is men that waste them. And they start complaining, man of God, everybody that come to me, they don't want to marry me. They are always disappointed. Why won't they disappoint you? Because your focus is too high. Your expectation is too high. Your standard is too high. Listen to me, there is nothing bad in having a standard, but have the right standard. There are some standard that will only destroy you. How can you have a standard that the man that must marry you must have a car? What if the man that God has ordained for you right now does not have a car? Does it mean that in the future he will not have a car? Is there a man that will not have a car in the future if you plan life and struggle hard with him? Is there a man that will not build his house in the future if you plan life and plan your home very well and struggle well and to build a good and a healthy home, a healthy marriage? Why don't you humble yourself and plan life with that man? Most ladies just want already made. Right now is already made. I just want to live in a comfortable duplex. I want to be feeling the cool breeze of the aircon every day. Let me ask you a question. Before that man got to that place, that position, do you know who was by his side? Do you think he just fell from heaven and just became rich? Do you think that all through his struggles there was nobody by his side? That's where you're getting it wrong. Ladies, don't stop opening your legs for people that have not put ring on your finger. If a man have not married you, abstain. Why? Because one is a sin. Number two, you are losing your integrity in the face of that man. You are polluting your destiny, because every time you share semen, every time that you have sex with somebody, a half of you is going to that person and a half of that person is going to you. You are sharing destinies together. So you got to be careful. And one other dangerous thing about such things is that you are praying for God to intervene and yet you are exposing yourself to the devil. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Listen to me. Another limitation that stops many people from having their marital destiny fulfilled is manners, character. as a lady, have good character. Have good character. You can't expect to marry a good man when you are not good. Don't expect to marry a good man, a caring man, when you are not caring. Don't expect to marry a God-fearing man when you are not God-fearing. Every time a man passes, you must look. You must try to look at his zips to see if he's muscular. You must want to look at his chest to see if he has biceps and triceps and diceps and forceps or fiveceps, as the case may be. Listen to me, you must be disciplined. You cannot be praying to have a man that will not cheat on you when you are a cheat yourself. You can't be praying to have a man, to marry a man that is God fearing when you yourself, you don't go to church. You don't go to church at all. There is no element of Christ in your foundation. All you know is going from one native daughter to the next native daughter, and you want to marry a God-fearing man that will help to build a godly home. You are wasting your time, because it takes two to tango. It takes two to build a healthy home, not one. Your husband cannot do it alone. You have to partner. That's why you are a helpmate. You are a helper. Don't expect to marry a man that does not drink when you are a drunkard. Don't expect to marry a man that does not smoke when you have a character of smoking inside of you. All you do is you are hiding, you are pretending. Whereas when you get to your secret place, you smoke, you smoke, and you smoke till you are stupor. And you want to marry a man that don't smoke. It can't work. You need to have good character. And speaking about good character, you as a lady, you want God to intervene in your life, for you to have find you, for you to get married quickly, for God to intervene in your marital life, but yet you don't know how to cook. You don't know how to sweep the house. You don't know how to take care of a man. You don't know how to respect a man. You talk anyhow from your mouth. Listen to me, many girls have missed marriage. Why? Because of the way that they spoke. They didn't know that the man they were speaking to will end up being the friend of the man that is supposed to marry them. Listen to me, when you meet a man outside and you spoke to that man anyhow, say, look at you, you call yourself a man, you are a useless person. See the way that you just drove past here and splash water on my body. You are a very useless man. If I open my mouth to speak to you, you will know that my mouth is rotting. Now, you saying that kind of something to that man, and maybe perhaps the man that is dating you, the man that God have designed to put a ring on your finger, that man, perhaps that man you just insulted is his best friend. What do you think will happen? Maybe they are discussing, and the man will say, oh boy, there is a girl I want to get married to. I'm in love with her. She's really a nice lady, and you know, I want you to be my best man. The guy will say, okay, let me see her picture. Then we'll just bring your picture. Say, this girl, the one that spoke to me like this, you run for your life. If you know this girl like I know her, you will not want to marry her. What will happen to such a relationship? What will happen to such a friendship? You have ended it by yourself because of your mouth. Control your mouth. Don't stop talking anyhow. Stop insulting people anyhow. Stop behaving, talking anyhow. There was a lady, she was just seated and she was just talking anyhow. Men, they can't treat me anyhow. They can't. Me, a home, graduate with masters. A man will just come and tell me what to do in their home. No, it can't work. Oh. Me, I can't take it. A man coming to tell me what to do. It can't work with my masters, with my degree, with my level, with my cash. When I have my car, he has his own car. What would he want to tell me? No, I can't take it. She was just saying it jokingly. She was just saying it, not knowing that there was a brother there that have been eyeing this girl for a long time, and the brother has been speaking to the pastor, and the pastor said, do you know her? He said no. He said, why don't you take some time to watch her, and so that you can finalize and pray about it, so that within this time of prayer you can really get to study her before we make a move. The brother was just studying this sister, and at this special day, the brother was there, and he was just hearing all the nonsense. That was how this lady lost that man. And here you are crying, begging, praying to God, oh God, why no man is dating me? Check your character. Check your character first. Check your character. What is it that is driving men away from you? What is it that is driving men away from you? Some of you is body odor. When you walk on the street, no man will want to come near you, because when they want to come near you to tell you how to unveil the divine secret, the divine revelation, to really engage you in divine marital fulfillment, when they come near you and they perceive the aroma from your armpit, from the hair in your body, they run away. Because you can't bathe very well, because you can't bath very well, because you can't use nice perfume as a lady. Check your character. Before you start to complain and tell God and cry to God, check your character. Some of you cannot cook. You are fast food guests. You eat morning food, breakfast in the restaurant. Fast food restaurant is where you eat breakfast. Fast food restaurant is where you eat lunch. Then you not top dinner, maybe at a bar. Maybe you just go there to eat some nice meat and take some good drinks and wash it down. Then you go home. And you want to marry a good man. You want to marry a man. You want a man to locate you, a God-fearing man, a God-ordained man for you to locate you. It can't work. Sorry, it can't work. When such a man now puts a ring on your finger, what are you going to serve him? You can't even cook. You cook food and it can't, when you serve the man, it's half done. It's not even complete. It's not properly cooked. Maybe when you serve him, salt is on one side and the other side Maggi, then the other side no taste at all. Then you expect such a man to keep you in the home. That's why so many homes, so many marriages are having problems. People are divorcing because of little issues. The man cannot take it anymore. The woman cannot take it anymore. Then they divide the home because of little issues. Little issues. You as a lady, you can't cook, and you expect your man to marry you forever. How? How is he going to be eating? You want to starve him? You want to kill him? Or you want him to die of malnutrition? You need to check yourself. How long can a man be ordering breakfast from fast food restaurants, lunch from fast food restaurants? That's why so many ladies have driven their husband to the laps of other women. Because when you can't cook good food for him, perhaps his secretary will notice it. His secretary one day may tell him, Oga, sir, you have not eaten this morning. You say, well, my wife did not cook food for me, not cook good food. That lady, she does not know how to cook. She will tell him, sir, don't worry, that is a small thing. I will, when next I'm coming tomorrow, I will try and prepare something for you. Prepare something for him. Prepare something for him. The first day, second day, third day, 1 week. Then from there, the lady will say, why don't you come over to eat in my house? Why don't you come over? Or maybe there's one day you will just misbehave, or maybe one day you didn't cook. You will call her and say, where are you? Did you cook? I'm coming over. Let me come and eat. There's no food in the house. You will go to her house. From one thing will lead to another thing. Temptation to the next temptation. Then maybe he will sleep with her. Then give her, maybe make her pregnant. And the next thing you get to hear, the marriage is broken. Who caused it? You. Stop praying. It's you. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you. You don't need a prophet to tell you. You are the one. Check yourself. That's why so many ladies, they keep crying, they keep weeping. Oh, the man cheated on me. The man, he broke my heart. Oh, sit down first, madam. Sit down first. There is no smoke without fire. There is no problem without a cause. There is no house without a foundation. Check first what happened. What resulted to this? How did this lead to that? Check. Before you begin to blame it on God, Check first. Check your character. Check the way you handle the relationship. Check, were you prayerful in the relationship? What was your lapses that gave room for the enemy to attack your home? And yet some of you have a working relationship, you have a working marriage going on, but you don't pray. Your home, you don't pray in the morning before you go out, you don't pray before you go to bed, you don't study the word of the Lord, you don't pray. Listen to me, you are exposing your home for attack. You are exposing your home to the enemies. If you don't pray as a married couple, if you don't pray, even in relationship, if you don't pray, if you don't spend time to pray together, you are exposing that relationship, that marriage to attack. And when it happens, you begin to run to the prophet and say, prophet, pray for me. Please see what is God saying concerning it. Listen to me. Check yourself. Some of you cannot even respect your husband. Listen, no matter how much cash you make, no matter what kind of car you're driving, no matter how many houses you have, the Bible says something. It said the man is the head of the home, even as Christ is the head of the church. What does that mean? If you respect Christ as the head of the church, respect your husband as the head of the home. If you don't respect your husband as the head of the home, then which means you don't have regard for Christ. Even if you kneel down 20 times on the altar and say, oh, I love you, Jesus, I respect you. If you don't respect your husband, your respect is zero. Because your husband is your first pastor. Your husband is your first priest. Check the scripture. Your husband is your first pastor. He's the head of the home. So your respecting him is very important. And listen to me, there's a way you respect a man. That man can do anything for you. There's a way you respect a man, even when you make errors, when you flop, because of that character trait. You say, no, this lady, I can't go behind her to do any nonsense. And listen to me, when you respect a man, you bring out the best in that man. When you don't respect him, you are devaluing him. And many of you devalue your husband in the face of your sisters, in the face of your brothers, in the face of your mom, in the face of your dad. Say, that my husband, forget about him. He's not even trying. He does not give me money in the house. That man, he does not care for my children. Even the last money the kid asked him, he didn't give. That man is not trying. He's a useless man. When you are doing that, you are also devaluing yourself. Because why? Your pride should be your husband. Your pride should be your wife. It works both ways. You're supposed to have built confidence that when people see your husband, see you, they will say, yes, of a truth, this is a good home. Listen to me, even if there is no money in the home, stop exposing your husband. Even if there is no money in the home, stop exposing your wife. Work together, things will work out. Pray to God, seek the face of God. Things will work out. If things are not working out, call me, write to me, I will pray with you. Things will work out. Stop exposing each other. Because there's a place you might expose your wife or expose your husband. You don't know who is listening, you don't know who is watching. The meat you rejected may be the best meat for somebody else. And at the end of the day, the person will look for a loophole to enter into that marriage. And at the end of the day, your home may be destroyed. So please, let's be wise. Let's be wise. You as a man, you can't take care of your wife. You can't take care of your wife all the time. You turn her to a punchy bag. If you want to punch, go to the stadium. If you want to fight, go and find your fellow men to wrestle with, not a woman. A man that wrestles with a woman that such a man does not know what he's doing. He's an irresponsible man. All the time you are testing punch on your wife. Your wife has become your testing bag that you used to test how many kg your punch now weighs. You are an embarrassment to manhood. You need to check yourself. You as a man, you want to marry a good wife, but all you do is flirting around. How can you meet the good woman? You can't meet the good woman because all the time you are flirting around. All you meet is Jezebels. And God help you. Maybe you get married to a Jezebel. Then you know what it means. Let's act right. Let's do right. Let's treat our wives with care. Let's treat them like princes, like queens that they are. Respect them. Love them. Take care of them. Even when you don't have. You understand? There are ways of handling things. There are ways of handling things. Not you don't have, the week you don't have money is the week you want to cause problem in the family. The week you don't have money is the week that you'll be angry or true. You want to beat your wife. Any little mistake, you want to pick on it and use it to fight in the home because you don't have money for that week. Listen to me, your wife is not the cause. Pray to God, work hard, God will do it. Be happy even when there's no money. Eat what you can afford and be happy. When you get out there, smile and relax. God is in control. God is in control. And listen to me, men, don't marry because of looks. Some men, they make mistake. They marry because of looks. Oh, she has a big behind. She has a big breast. Because of that, you want to marry her. Listen to me, when she gives birth, all that is going to drop. As she gets older, all that is going to drop. That's why you see some men, after their wife has given birth, they lose focus. Then they start to get other women. Why? Because what they saw in the wife before they married her was their motivation. So because the wife no longer has those things, that motivation becomes dead. So because of that, they begin to look for other motivation. Listen to me, don't marry because of physical appearance. Marry because of character. Marry because of spirituality. Marry because of what you see in the inside, because what is in the inside will never fade. It will never die. It will never diminish. Don't marry because of looks, because when she gives birth and start giving birth to baby, that the children will drink the milk from the breast, and that breast that you see is very big will become very small. That behind can change as she grows older. As she gets older, is going to change. So don't marry because of those things. Marry for the sake of love. Marry for the sake of what is inside, the values of that person. What character, what values, what makes that person unique and special. Because such things never change. And you men, stop complaining. All the time you're always complaining. Oh, business this, business that. And some men, they lie. After they have gone to squander the profit of the day, gone to a bar to drink, they come home and say, oh, business was not good today, this, that. Always complaining. Listen to me, stop complaining. Because the more you are complaining, the more you are creating a negative environment in your home. The more you are shutting the doors for good things to come. Stop complaining. Even you as a wife, stop complaining. Whatever amount of money your husband gives to you to cook, accept it with joy. See what you can do about it. And as a woman, you also need to be working. A mistake that some women also make, they stop working when they get married. They just depend 100% on the man. It's very wrong. Even if the man wants you to stay at home without working, it is wrong. Still be doing something. There are some even online business you do from your house. There are some things you can do even while you are at home, and be engaged in something, so that, because you don't know tomorrow, the man that is financially stable today can be something else tomorrow. So you can be able to support all those money you were saving. You can be able to bring some out to rescue your husband. There is nothing bad when you bring out some savings and say, my husband, don't worry, I understand your business is, but I've been able to save some money. Take it and use it to revive your business. There is nothing bad in that. There is nothing bad as a woman when your husband gives you 1 naira, one, you add 1 to it to make it 2. There is nothing bad. There is nothing bad in also taking up some responsibility. There is nothing bad. It will make your husband to respect you the more. It will make your husband to love you the more, and it will make your husband to realize that you are not a liability to him. There are so many ladies that are nothing but liabilities. Sorry to say. Why? Because of the environment that they are creating. Stop being a liability, because you are not a liability. You were specially created by God. You carry value. Women are valuable in the eyes of God. Listen to me. God answers the prayers of women very fast, because why? He has a special place in the heart. He said, let us make a man in our image and in our likeness. After making man, what did God do? He made the man to sleep and took his rib. God had to take the rib of man to make woman. You see how unique and how special you are in the eyes of God, that God had to take from himself, because when he made man, he made a replica of himself. He breathed himself into man. So God had to take from himself to make you. So you see how special you are. So don't devalue yourself. Be that special person. Carry yourself specially. Another mistake that some women make, because they are now the breadwinner of the house, because the husband has some issues with their job, with his job, they want to override the man. They want to not tell the man what to do. They now want to tell the man, take a revenge on the man for all the wrongs the man has done. They want to tell the man that, hey, come, I'm in charge now, you better shut up. Listen to me, it's a wrong thing to do. Even if you are the breadwinner of the home, stay humble. Humility pays. Humility pays. Humility pays. And some men, where they make mistake, because their wives are now the breadwinner, they begin to get angry. You begin to see it in them all the time. They're always angry, they're always nagging, they want to find way to fight, because they are not happy about it. Listen to me, it is not your fault. So don't pick it on your wife. Instead, kneel down to pray and ask God to change the situation. Ask God to change the situation. God can give you your own job. God can restore your job back to you, so that both of you can put hands together to grow, to build a better family. I hope I'm helping somebody today. I hope I'm helping somebody today. Listen to me. Don't marry a man that has no relationship with God, because such a man is a trap, is a danger. And listen to me, don't marry somebody with the intention of changing that person after you've married that person. Listen to me, a man or a woman that cannot change while still dating cannot change while you are married. Listen to me, I repeat it again. A man or a woman that cannot change while you are dating cannot change while you are married or after you are married. It takes God to change such a person, not you. You can't do it, because once you are married, it's finished. It's now in the hands of God. Only God can change such a person. So be wise. A person that has no relationship with God, that is not walking in the line of righteousness, that his ways is not straight before God, while you are still dating, run away from such a person. Don't say when you are married then he will come to Christ. When you are married, you win him, you win his soul, because of emotions. Listen to me. Don't let emotions overrule. Don't let emotions drive your head to the stone. Listen to me. You got to apply the wisdom of God. While you are dating, such a man, such a woman cannot give his life to Jesus. Such a man, such a woman has a funny attitude or funny character and don't want to change. Don't make the mistake to say when we are married is going to change, because it won't change. Don't make such a mistake to say when we are married she will change. She won't change. By that time they become worse, because already now they got what they are looking for. So there's no need of any change or anything. So you got to use the wisdom of God. And as a man or a woman, don't be revenge oriented. Be transformation oriented. Don't be revenge oriented. Because your wife offended you, or because your husband offended you, then the next day you want to take revenge. You want to not let him or she know that, hey, you can do something. There is no need. Always apply the power of forgiveness. And let me give you a tip. Whenever you offend each other, learn to say sorry, even if you are not at fault. That is the power of unity. That's the power of love. That's the power of friendship. Learn to say I'm sorry. That word I'm sorry can save your marriage. That word, I'm sorry, has saved so many homes from collapse. Instead of claiming right, instead of standing on your ground and say, oh, I'm not at fault, I cannot apologize, he's at fault or she's at fault. Listen to me, it takes a stronger person to say sorry. The fact that you say sorry does not mean you are weak. The fact that you say sorry does not mean that you are the lesser person. The fact that you say sorry even as a man does not mean that you are no longer a man. It means that you are stronger, because it takes greater strength to apologize even when you are not at fault. Be concerned about each other, show care, because 1 plus 1 is 2. You two have come together in marriage. I'm talking about married people now. Married people now. When two of you come together to get married, 1 plus 1 has become 1. 1 plus 1 has become 1. Both of you have now come together to become one flesh. So you need to respect each other. You need to see each other as yourself. So you don't do what you will not naturally do to yourself. Don't act in a way that you will not naturally act to yourself. Ever be. Let me pray for you. As many of you that are passing through marital crisis, I decree divine settlement right now, divine restoration. I decree the hand of God to be made manifest in that situation. Right now, I decree restoration. I decree revival. I decree the hand of God to be made manifest in your situation in the precious name of Jesus. I encourage every one of you to write to us. Perhaps you're watching us from other platforms. Write to us. Check your screen and you see our contact, our details. Perhaps it's not displaying on your screen. Just type Apostle King Favor or Prophet King Favor. That's PROPH. Prophet, then King, KING, then Favor, FAVORO. That's Prophet King Favor or Apostle King Favor. You can locate us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, on all social medias. Type and locate our ministry page and like and follow us and send us a message, and I will be very glad to pray with you. Till we meet again, this Prophet King Favor, I want you to stay blessed. Your home is covered with the blood of Jesus. Your marriage is covered with the blood of Jesus. Your life is covered with the blood of Jesus. Your children are covered with the blood of Jesus. You are divinely protected. You are rescued in Jesus' mighty name.